Hi, I'm Bob, and in this video I want to show you Excel's filter function. The filter function is new in the 365 version of Excel, and it will do what its name suggests. It will let you filter data. Now, there are various ways to filter data in Excel, but now we could actually do it with a function. And you might wonder, well, what's the big deal, or why do I care about that? Well, it allows you to do a couple of things that are really not so easy to do without using a function, using some of the older methods. Let's go take a look, see how it works. Okay, let's see this work, but before I put in the formula, let me call your attention to something. When I click up on the name box, you can see I've already created 3 range names. Begin with F, there's data, which is the entire data set. State, which is just that state range, and variety, which is just that variety. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top of column J and J8 to write that formula. So let's scroll over a little bit. And this is going to be one of those new fill functions. And we're going to see what that means in a little bit. So I'm going to start with equals FIL. And when I just type FIL, it already suggests, oh yeah, you probably want the filter function. So I'll hit the tab key. So the first argument is the array, what they call the array, that's our entire data set. So I'm going to go to the Formulas tab, click Use in Formula, and there is FData. So I put that in, comma. What do I want? I want what's right now Blue Mountain. We're going to change that, but that's okay. So I'm going to say, using formula, variety equals, and I click that Blue Mountain. So this is a little different from other functions or earlier functions where it's just a whole bunch of arguments separated with commas. This one we actually do say equals, not variety comma K5 comma. What if nobody ordered Blue Mountain? So I'm going to open up the quotation marks and I'm going to say not found. Close the quotation mark, close the parenthesis. Notice I'm not going to autofill anything. I'm just going to hit enter, and now we've got all of this data. This is a spill function. So notice a few things. Back up on J8, there is the formula as I typed it in, but any of these other cells in the results, when I click them, notice that in the formula bar, it's all grayed out. So that's one way you know it's a spill function. Also, you see we've got this like thin border around the results, and it has kind of like this little drop shadow. So that's also how we know it is a fill function. Well, what if we want to see some of the other varieties? So I'm going to click on that Blue Mountain, that's K5. You notice there's a little drop down. I put this in using the data validation feature. That's another tutorial for another day. But if I hit the down arrow, I can say, all right, let me find all those orders from Columbia. So when I choose Columbia, this phrase. So this formula still says, variety equals K5. We've just changed what K5 is. Now, what about espresso? There is no order from espresso in that entire data area. So when I choose espresso, it says not found. By the way, now that we have some space there, what happens if I put some text in the way of what's going to come back in there? So I'm going to say this text is in the way. Now, if I go up and I change that from espresso to, let's say, Ethiopia, notice I get this pound spill error. That's Excel telling me that, hey, we can't spill the results because you got some text that's in the way. As soon as I delete that, now there's room, and all those results spill in there. Okay, so let's go over and let's do another example. And with this one, I want to find not just the variety and the state. So I don't want to find just orders from Blue Mountain. I could do that over here on the left. I want to find only the orders of Blue Mountain from Arizona, or I want to find all the orders in California for Sumatra, something like that. So let's go to the top of column T in cell T8, and again we're going to put in the filter function and the array still on the Formulas tab in the ribbon bar, using formula, and I'm still putting in F data, that's the entire array, comma. Now I want to include both of these, right? I don't want to include just the variety or just the state. I'm going to do both, and here's how I do it. I'm going to open up parenthesis, and kind of like in the previous example, I'm going to say using formula where variety equals whatever that is, on cell U5, right now it's Blue Mountain, close that parenthesis, and I put in an asterisk, a single asterisk, like I'm multiplying. Well, it's not really multiplying. This is what's called an AND relationship. Open up another set of parentheses, and this time I'm going to go using formula, and I'm going to say where the F state field equals that particular state. Close that parenthesis, comma, and again, what if it's not found? What if this particular combination of variety and state, there's no data there? So I'm going to open up quotation marks and again say not found. Close that, and again, this is a spell function, so when I enter, it's going to spell for however many rows. So it turns out there's only one person in Arizona that ordered Blue Mountain. Well, let's look at a bigger state. I'm going to click on that Arizona, hit the down arrow, and there's California, and you can say, oh yeah, there's a whole lot of orders, or a whole lot more orders of Blue Mountain in California. What about California who's ordering, let's say, Java? What about people ordering Java in a different state? What about people ordering Java in Connecticut? Well, it's not found. There is nobody in Connecticut who ordered Java. So we could go through this, let's say New York, and there's a few of those. So Excel still has all the other filtering features that you may be familiar with, but this is a new, really great tool in your toolbox.